I'm here today to talk to you about what's on my heart. I'm wearing a shirt that says, Be Beautiful. And if you caught on to anything that I shared last week, I shared posts about be beautiful, be bold, and be brave. These words mean so much to me, and as I have now been exiting my 20s, I have 40 days left while I'm 29 years old. But when I enter into these 30s, I want to share with you what I have learned during the walk of my 20s and what I'm going to do with this now as a 30-year-old. We're wiser, we're smarter, and truly they say that it's really in your 30s, not your 20s specifically. So this is where I'm planning to be. This is what I'm planning to do with you guys. And beauty is my first word. Beautiful. Be beautiful. Why? Well, if I'm being completely honest, as I inspire to be completely honest with you always, is I was born petite, just a little petite, 5'1", weighing anywhere between 100 to 125 pounds, because life has been crazy and up and down, and I'll tell you briefly about this, but I've been thin my whole life, and until I got to college and was given the freedom and no more sports, and I started drinking alcohol, did I get chubby. I got really chubby when I started having alcoholic beverages, and then the dirtiest, trashiest diet a college student can have. Now, since I had a major in exercise science and I was a true believer of weight loss and helping people get healthy, I started counting calories. So I turned 21, I'm chubby now. I learned a little bit about nutrition in the wellness world, and I start counting calories, and I use the app MyFitnessPal. So I buy low-calorie food for women that we like, that's in our diet, and I utilize the scale. The scale, it becomes my best friend, where I can see how much I weigh, what do I look like, do I attract boys, do I not attract boys, do I feel confident in my bikini on a spring break trip, all of that stuff. So I learned how to count calories, ultimately, which so many of us are still guilty of doing. Then later on, as I graduated college and entered into the career world, I learned a ton about nutrition. I learned how calorie counting is actually not the best tool. I learned about nutrition and learned about weight loss done healthily through changing the way we eat and how creating SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals specifically for people and for myself. So I learned how to not count calories, but to lose weight specifically. All right, so all these nutritional weight loss things are happening. Now I'm also a certified personal trainer. So I learned how to lift heavy weights as a woman, as a petite woman who feels uncomfortable in the gym to begin with. You don't want to be in there unless you learn how to do it. So I learned how to do it. I push my strengths. I've set goals because I'm a very competitive person, if you don't know this already about me. Competitive. So what do I do as a certified personal trainer and as a woman who cares a lot about wellness? I learn about bodybuilding, and I learn about how girls want to swing their thing. They want to have a big old booty. They want to be lean in their mean area, and they want to feel hot and attractive. So I learned about this sport, and I meet a personal trainer who is an expert in bodybuilding, and we train. And we train, and we train. And I cut so much body fat that I was 6% body fat, and I then won my IPE Natural Bodybuilding Bikini Pro card. And I got a puppy that day. It was a great, epic day. So I learned how to do all these things with science, with my mind specifically. I, quite honestly, am in my late 20s, mid 20s at this point, and have now manipulated my mindset. I feel like all I can be and all I want to be is jacked and lean and petite and feeling attractive, right? So this is our mindset. This is where we want to be. This is what we believe we can do. And so many of us have issues where we have now, by now, when we're in our late 20s, entering into our 30s, or wherever season of life you're in, you've either had a baby, you've got married, or been in a long-term relationship, you have wanted to lose weight from the weight you put on in your 20s or in college, you have some sort of goal and we're not satisfied with our bodies right now. We aren't. It's a bummer. And it is a great thing that I have witnessed out in the social media world, that when it comes to body image, we're doing really good uplifting posts. We're seeing stuff about where you are, who you are is beautiful, having curves is good, being a curvy girl is good, all of this, which is empowering and something that I love. But I'm also remembering that not only curves matter, because they do, and I totally believe it as a Hispanic girl who has curves. Let's keep curves, let's be that way, but let's also be concerned about our wellness too. And now I could get off on a whole nother tangent when I am a wellness expert, but let's not do that today because I truly want to just focus on body image. Now, with this background, with wellness background, with my petite background, with everything I know, I did screw up my thoughts. And I just recently discovered this as a discovery for me that I haven't been really willing to share very much with people. Because as somebody myself, I'm a 3 on the Enneagram scale. I kind of hide all my insecurities as much as possible and try to bring it back in other ways. With all my, there's so much I could talk about when it comes to that. But for now, I have a messed up mind and I weigh myself every single morning. And since I've been going through chemo, I am swollen, I am fatigued, and I go through chemotherapy, which knocks me on my butt for an entire week. I feel like I can't exercise, I can't eat well, and I put on the poundage. I'm not this lean, skinny girl that I want to be and that I have created with muscle growth and all my nutrition knowledge, right? I'm going to keep talking myself up because that's who I am. That's what I got to do here. So not only am I somebody who's overly sensitive now about the scale, I'm not the only one who does that. So many of us women are guilty of the scale when the scale doesn't even tell us everything. That scale telling me that I'm 10 pounds or 5 pounds higher than I want to see on the scale, I don't know how much body fat actually is there. I can look at myself in the mirror and be a little bit better determinator of that. And there are also so many better tools out there that help us with that too. But with me learning about this negativity in my mind and knowing that it's out there, even though we're building ourselves up with self-help, which is so good, you guys, we still need to believe it. We can't have temporary seasons of self-acceptance driving us down into a negative hole of thinking, well, yeah, I'm good on the outside. I'm gonna just smile and say I do, when truly I feel ugly, when I want you to be beautiful and I'm going to help you feel that way. So it is the I am statement that we make for ourselves. This is my biggest secret, my biggest lesson, my biggest thing that I want to share with you is when we say, I am blank over and over again, we write this down, we say this to ourselves daily, we truly believe it. So I write down, I am confident in God's image of me. He created me to look the way I do and to teach me what I know and to take care of my body. So I am confident. I am beautiful. I want you to feel beautiful, and who cares what has happened during this past decade that we've been in. Let's now set the tone starting today with the I am statements of being I am beautiful, and not let even the brilliant, the wellness, the bodybuilding, the intelligent people create traps. Let's not create negativity in our hearts, and let's focus on the I am statements of positivity and beauty. That is one lesson that I want to directly attack, is our mindsets, our beautifulness, our confidence. Today, there'll be plenty more when it comes to beauty, guys. Believe me, it's real hardcore right here. So, you're beautiful, be beautiful, and have a great rest of your day. Today's video is dedicated to Sarah Zimich Peterson. She's my sister-in-law, and she is the creator of Sarah Z Peterson on Instagram, where she makes beautiful artwork. She created the image that I used for my intro, and she's created other artwork of me and Davis and friends and family, and she is a gifted artist. Follow her on Instagram at Sarah, spelled with an H, Z Peterson, spelled with an E-N, so S-E-N. And she will be worth a follow. Also potentially worth purchasing a piece. Thanks so much for your hard work, Sarah. Appreciate you and that big, lovely heart of yours.